Hey guys, so you've been driving around in your Ford Ranger Danger and you smell antifreeze. Pop the hood, you don't see anything. Look underneath, you don't see anything. You keep on driving, keep smelling antifreeze. It gets worse and worse and worse. Then finally you notice one little drop underneath the truck. What could it be? Well, I found out what was going on, and I hope this video helps you out. You pop the hood on this baby and look right down in front, right down in here. That is your thermostat housing assembly. Now, what happened is someone at Ford decided it would be good to put a plastic part where there's a lot of heat. I mean, you don't boil water in a plastic pan, do you? And I'll show you how to replace that sucker so you don't have to smell that antifreeze anymore. Now, instead of going to your parts store and getting another Dorman part, which is plastic, or another Ford Motor Company part, FOMOCO for short, you can do what I did. Go to partsgeek.com, or you can do what I did. Get online, go to partsgeek.com, and you can get this bad to the bone aluminum thermostat housing assembly. It comes with the thermostat. I don't know if you can see that down in there. It comes with 2 sensors. It also comes with a new hose, which is silicone, way superior than the rubber. It comes with 2 new hose clamps and some new bolts. This assembly is going to be far superior than that plastic junk that they put in there. So let's get it put in. Even if you're a little mechanically inclined, this really isn't that difficult of a task. Now, if you haven't added any water antifreeze in a couple days, you might be all right. Now, if you have, you'll want to get pickle jar, old antifreeze jug, one of Miss Ruby's casserole pans, or even a bedpan from the hospital. You're going to want to drain some of your coolant so that you don't make a big mess when you take this thing apart. I've been losing a lot, so we're just going to go ahead and chance it. Now I got me a 7mm socket on the old trusty Porter cable. And we're going to go ahead and just zip this part off. Zip, 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 zip. Take this hose clamp off. Give it a little tug. Now that's out of the way. Now get you an 8mm socket and take these 4 bolts that hold the throttle body on. Don't drop them because you won't ever find them again. That's guaranteed. Now we got one more down here on the bottom. I found it easier if you got one of these little flexi extensions. Sure is handy. Handier to pocket on a shirt even. I don't know. Maybe. Seems like we got this alternator wire that might be in the way. So we're going to take our 13mm ratchet wrench and just remove this bolt. Golly! Let's try it again. Maybe it's got a reverse thread on it. Let's try it the other way. Nope. It still ain't budging. Gonna have to bring out the big boys. Alright, I got the big boys. They got me this big ass breaker bar with an adapter kit fitting on it and 13mm because I ain't got a 1/2-inch drive 13mm. Now we'll put this sucker on to see what we're working with here. Oh yeah, just what the doctor ordered. Like butter. Now that we got it loose, probably just get that thing in my hand. Ah, nope. Back to the ratchet wrench. Zip, 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 zipperoo. Air tools would be nice in this situation. Boy, that's a long-winded sucker. Jeez. It must go all the way down the bottom of the truck. Make sure you go in the right direction. You'll be doing this for a long time. Yeah, about 4 inches long. Now that should give us enough clearance to get this old thermostat assembly out. We'll see. I ain't got one of them special tools to get them factory style hose clamps off, but I do got some channel locks. You just got to know which channel to put them on. Wrong channel. Wrong channel again. Well, top one's off. A little bit of leakage. We're going to go ahead and drain a little bit more out of the radiator. Well, y'all missed it. It was a major catastrophe. Tell you what, went under there where the petcock is on the passenger side with my long needle nose. Couldn't reach it. Problem is, there's a plastic piece underneath there, just 4 bolts. It'd come right off. I didn't want to do that. So I decided I was going to remove the lower radiator hose. I got a little wet. It happens. Now we're back to business. I got the new housing, and the bolts are back here in the back. Well, I can't get to the bolts back there in the back, so I'm going to have to take this upper part off. Let's go ahead and get that done right now. It's going to be 8mm wrench. A ratchet wrench will help you out if you got one. Make sure you're going the right way. Here's one. Here's two. Third one's back here in the back. You can still get to it though. Alright, this is what we're looking at here. We got 3 bolts down here. Well, the other one's right back here behind this small rubber hose here. So we're going to use our special channel locks, our factory hose clamp remover tool, and we're going to take that off. Then we'll be able to get to the bolts. Okay, got our special tool. Make sure it's on the right channel. We're going to just stick that down in there. Squeeze it, and raise her up. You might have to stick your finger around the backside. Help you lift it up a little bit. Yep, we got it. Now I'm going to get a flathead screwdriver and just pop it off. Well, I was trying to get the zoom on this thing, but it ain't going to work. Now what I got here, well, let me pull it out here and show you. I got one of these old Weeble Wobble extensions. I always think they're big pieces of crap. You can't use them with the impact, but for this application, it's going to work out pretty good. All right, we are in business. Now I got them broke loose. I think I'm going to use my drill on this one. Also handy to have a magnet. Well, I thought it was handy. There it goes. Oh, it's just a little longer than I thought it was. That's what she said. Now it's all broke loose. Let's see if we can just yank it out of there. Nope. There's a little radiator hose. Nope. There's a little Nope. There's a little rubber hose down there in the front. We'll have to get it off too. Pry bar again. Come on, baby. Just what the doctor ordered right there. Well, that screw fell down in the abyss down there. We ain't never gonna find it. And this piece of crap, well, I can tell this old plastic, it's separated right here. Just some old plastic junk. Now we're going to put the new one back on. Okay, after you use your scraper here, and you get in there and you scrape all that off, just get you a little piece of Scotch-Brite like that, and go around and make it clean as a whistle. I mean, it's not like super clean, but it's good enough for the girls I go with. All right, gonna install that hose that's in the front. This special silicone hose. It came with a fortune cookie dilly wop. Let's see what it says. It says, "Attention, do not remove the lubricant from inside the hose, as this is a silicone hose and has been intentionally made snug and has been specifically lubricated to ease installation." Well, how about that? Them old parts geek guys, they just already lubricated it. Just like that. How to use these long needle nose. Get that other hose clamp, get it a little bit smaller, and slide it over the top of that red boot that we just put on. Just like so. Now while holding that top hose up, you get just enough leverage, I think. Oh yeah, it just slid right on there. All right, now we just need to get it down in there seated right. See what we're working with here. Everything out the way. That looks pretty good. The 3 bolts that came with it, just drop them down in them holes. Now we'll just snug them up. Thermostat back in. O-ring. Right, just like so. Now we're going to get the top. I think I'm going to go ahead and pull these screws out. Now, it faces back that way. Alright, getting this thing tightened up here. I went ahead and got some tin snips and I cut the end of that worm drive off there, just so it wouldn't interfere with this belt or anything. Try to get it good and snug, which might take half an hour or so. I'll show you guys what I'm working with down here. Slowly but surely it's getting there. All right, we got her good and tight. Take y'all in for a close-up here. That's what she looks like. Make sure that bottom hose is tight. Just double check everything, put it back together, and take off. Now, break from our sponsor. No, it's not Miss Ruby with all her flowers and crap. It's beer, cold beer. Nothing beats cold beer. Little trick to get the twist off. You just put it in the fatty part of your forearm like that. Push up, twist it off. Works every time. This really ain't my brand. It's what Miss Ruby brought for me. I like them old Kerr's Gold Banquet Yellow Bellies. Well, hell, now all we got to do is put that upper radiator hose back on. I'm going to grab hold of it. I'm going to go ahead and give it a squeeze first. I should have replaced this one, but I could save a couple bucks and just reuse this piece of crap. Yeah, get it back in the grooves there. Pieces of crap. I hate these things. But companies like Ford do this, make it harder to work on. That way you'll go and get your vehicle serviced at the dealership, and that way they make money and they'll keep getting the new cars from Ford. It's just a circle of crap if you ask me. Alright, back there where she likes it. Well, I thought she liked it there. Need to give it a little persuasion. Come on. You want to make sure it's lined up in the front and the back. Let her rip. Just like so. Alright, she's sitting on there straight. Now what do we got? Oh, I remember we did this old bolt for this old bracket put back on here. Get it like so. What do we need now? Need to hook this stuff back up over here. Put it in there on our nut. And the flipperooski, it goes, well, hell, I should have put it on first. Alright, we're going to clip it back where it goes. Click. And tighten this one back up. Give it that old torque. Just snug and a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I do. Now we got to put this throttle body back on there. Get this hose out the way. And it's them. Well, you should only have 4 of them left. Alright, we got it all put back together. Don't forget your negative battery cable. We'll snug it up. Just double check, make sure you got everything put back the way you took it off. Alright, put your top cover back on. Add some water, and I mean, that's all there is to it. Hey, that's all there is to it. I mean, you put your mind to it, to something, you can get it done. Just get after it, and you got an hour and a half on a Saturday. Save yourself about 300 bucks. Have you a couple cold beers, and before you know it, no more antifreeze smell, and you're back on the road. Just go out there and give her hell until you break something else, and when you do, just come on back and we'll figure out how to fix it together. Thanks for watching.